to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
First down, Howell to throw. He's got Thomas yet again, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. And Howell will throw it. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown! Brian Robinson Jr. His first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And Joey Sly on for the extra point. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
All right, let's go.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the NFC's leading rusher a season ago. Here's Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Taking it about the 16. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing here, Howell. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. The throw over the middle, taken in. Already, he's top 50 receiving yards in this first quarter, and he's got a 1st down. Howell, he'll look to throw it. That's out wide here for Robinson. He's across midfield, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A give up the middle to Gibson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get field past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
You talk about this Giant defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 6-0 our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter. With this makes the score. Commanders.
The Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Howell down to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Howell. And he's got it. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Gibson is in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead now stands at 13. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 18. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Pulled in at the 24. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 37.
And what a call, because they ran a triple out route. 3 guys running out routes at varying depths. And then they let an inside receiver try and sneak free and run deeper downfield, and he does. And the defense out of sorts here, and it turns into a big play.
Now throwing on 1st down here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's Howell. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Commanders 20, Giants nothing.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing, Jones. He's got the rookie from Tennessee, Jalen Hyatt. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Back to throw. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Hyatt has got it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Jones on 1st down. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Bama.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
14. And the Washington first down.
On first down, Howell. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
27. Giants nothing.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
27. Giants nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Holmes returning from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game. And really, they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Gold River! Great, 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 great.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down to Barkley on the check down. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. Well, now hang on here, because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. From the gun, they go to Edwards. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They run once more with Edwards. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7.
Gold Gutter, Gold Gutter, Gold Woodland, Woodland, Gold Woodland, Gold Woodland, Gold.
Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
It's a gain of 3.
3rd and 4.
Dom Capers, Dom Capers, Dom Capers, Dom Capers.
Looking to throw. Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Edwards. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones.
This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown.
8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Gano the extra point, and the lead now down to 20.
Makes the score. Commanders 27, Giants 7.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now Howell. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th.
This offense so far on 3rd down, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 4. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 11 yards for number 11. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
54 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But it used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, summertime and the living is easy. Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
2nd and 10. Powell. This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
34, Giants 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
But hold everything because Darren Waller, the tight end, appears to be injured on that play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
Goldfish! Goldfish! Goldfish!
Up the middle, it's Edwards. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Edwards.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Apple, apple, apple. Apple, apple, apple.
They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Brian Robinson Jr.
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Commanders start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Giants 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Darnay holds on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Take it to the house. Let's get that
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Timberland.
Looking to throw. Jones. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, Bob, because I think this is part.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Here we go, hey.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Jones now to throw on 2nd down. Checks this down to Edwards out of the backfield. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On the handoff, Edwards. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Again, it's Edwards. Pushes past him. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
56 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Now a handoff, Edwards. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Completed to Hyatt. He's into space past the 25. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 to 27.
The score, Commanders 41, Giants 14.
Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
First down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.